Hi all, Hipper here. Today I am taking the Exeter out on a little trip, I guess. Now this is on Sleeping Giant, and I know I've been doing a lot of Sleeping Giant maps lately, but I just want to hammer this point through that go for A is not a foolproof way to win, but it gives you much better odds. So here I am steaming in full speed in Exeter. I'm pretty sure I'm the fastest cruiser on this map. This is tier 5, and being able to go 39 knots is out of the ordinary, except for the grass. So what I want to do is want to get in here before anybody else gets into A. And that's also why I'm spotted now, but I don't smoke up, and I don't stop or anything. I just keep an eye out for incoming shells, and then if I spot them, I'll make up my mind what I do then. But nobody's actually shooting at me here, so I'm guessing they're just behind the mountain, so they don't have a clear shot or anything. This is exactly the same I do in Tashkent or Wichita or anything like that. The only one who's able to get into A before Tashkent is Le Fantasque or Le Terrible, or one of the top tier French destroyers. But in this case we're in Exeter, so we don't really have anything to worry about. The destroyers are about as fast as we are, and if we meet them, then we have much better guns than they do. So there's a few torps that we just have to mind here, but it's no problem at all. I love the agility on this ship here. For a tier 5, I keep saying that. For a tier 5, it is very, very nimble. So now I'm in here, and I have a suspicion that the enemies are going to come around on the left side here, because I didn't see anyone else at the right entrance to this crater here. So I'm gonna put on my sonar and see if I can't spot them a little bit ahead, so I know what I'm dealing with. And unfortunately I have HE loaded, and that's a huge mistake on my part. I should have AP loaded here, but oh well. So we get the body here. I'm gonna take him out, and this is another reason why it's so good to go for A, because if you manage to get in here first, the enemies will usually show up broadside here at the other entrance, and I either take a few citadels or a torpedo like this. And you saw his torpedoes was no problem to evade either. So now the Pensacola here is not stopping, so we're gonna see if we can annoy him a bit. He got 4 overpins there. That's the bane of Exeter. Those close range overpins, they're just it's horrible. Got another 2 here, and that really this guy should have been dead a long time ago. I keep overpinning. So now I'll take another one. And here we got 4 citadels. Okay, go figure. And now he realizes he's not going to last very long, so he is going to go for the ram. And we're just going to shoot a little bit there, but what we really want to do is to torp him with these beautiful single fire English torps. And there you go. So that's it. We have taken A all by ourselves pretty much. Just by getting here first with a speedy cruiser build, and just being able to do what the situation bids us to do. And if you look at my battleships here on A, they have taken themselves pretty much out of the whole battle. They've been sitting behind the mountain, and they haven't been able to support me, and they haven't been able to support anybody else. So it's a bit of a wonder that we are not totally overrun. Pretty lucky that it seems that every enemy ship has decided to go to C and D. And as you know, I keep saying this, that's what you want on this map. You want to get the enemy team isolated to the right on this map behind the mountain chain. And that's exactly what's happening now. Of course, there were a few ships left over here on this part of the map, but I took care of those. And it looks like someone else took care of a the destroyer I met out at B. So that's perfect. Now we have them where we want them, and all we have to make sure now is that no one actually comes back through the mountain range, which really shouldn't be that hard. As you can see, we're 8 versus 4, so it really shouldn't be that difficult. If we could just get those 3 ships here on my side behind the mountain range to actually be useful. So I'm gonna head over towards the mountain range and see if I can get in some cheeky damage here on the remaining battleships and cruisers. We have to be very unlucky for this battle to go south now. We have 2 caps, 3 caps actually, and the enemy only has 1. And it doesn't even look like they're trying to take D, so I'm just gonna stay here in safety on this side and not gonna put my butt on the line unless things take a turn for the worse. It doesn't look that way because now they lost another Atlanta, so I'll see here if I can get some cheap damage off this Nelson here with HE. And then at the same time, if someone is daring enough to come through the mountain range, I'll be able to pop out from this island here and torp them. Very much destroyer style. And of course I can't be spotted sitting here, so it's... yeah. It's pretty cruisy. And if you can get the enemy into a position like this, yeah, our victory is inside, exactly. And it all hinges on taking A. If you can take A, then you will eventually take B. And if you have a good team, of course. And then if the enemy is gathered on the right side and they have C and D, then you might have to maybe get rid of some more enemy ships or actually push through the mountain range if you're equal on points. But you can see in this instance here we are way ahead, and there's really no need for any of us to do anything at this point. So all I did in this battle, and it's actually what I do in most battles in Exeter, if it's domination, like I rush in, make sure I'm in at least some sort of cover, so I only expose as much as I have to, and I cap if I can, smoke up if I have to. It's just such a versatile ship, Exeter, that you can get away with anything in it, and it's just so much fun to play. I haven't played it a lot actually. I tend to spend most of my time at tier 7, and I've changed a little bit lately. I think tier 7 is starting to get a little bit old by now, and like I'm really looking forward to some new legendary ships that are not battleships. I mean, I'm not much of a battleship player. Oh, actually, when Yamato, I'll take it out, but like it's not something that I'll do every day like I do with my cruisers. So I'll probably take a tier 7, more or less a break, I think, and well, I always say that, but then like I get bored and I end up going back. Smoke generator started. So yeah, I just smoke up here just to be safe. I mean, I have plenty of smoke left and we're almost there on points, so there's no reason I should take a random citadel here. So and that's the battle here, and we won. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, I just want to reiterate, go for A on Sleeping Giant if you at all get the chance to do it. That's the way to win on that map.